It's July 23rd, a couple days later. I'm at the base of the gondola, and you can see that you can't see more than halfway up the hill here, and certainly can't see the summit, but the weather report's supposed to be sunny a little bit later on. It's 11:30 already, maybe by 2 o'clock or so when I'm on top. So I did a very short, literally about 10-minute road walk from the gondola base over here, which is what you'd have to do at the end of this loop if you go in this direction. Here's the long trail. Light blazes all along it. Signboard over through the woods, and long trail south, headed up to Mount Mansfield. But I'm going to bypass the north face of the mountain and go up the Profanity Trail. So it's a nice steady climb up through here, not too steep. Very pretty trail despite the heavy use that it gets. Nice little series of natural steps here. And occasionally a huge log is left across the trail, and you just have to go over it. One of the nice things about being on the main long trail is there's been a lot of opportunity for trail work. Get some log steps going up here. The double blaze on the trail says that when we come up this way, the trail takes a big turn here. It does not head over to the stream, even though it appears to, and the stream shouldn't be crossed here either. And it actually looks like, if you were to ford it here, that the path would continue on the other side. I don't know if it ever did, but it doesn't anymore. Just a little tip in case you're new to hiking. You see a barkless tree here that's wet and it's slanted. Don't ever step on the top of that. I call it a rail to hell. You're gonna fall right over. Just step over it onto some rocks. Same goes for roots that aren't perfectly level. Ones like this. You slide right downhill on it. So now we come to the stream again. You see one white trail marker and another one on the other side. This could be quite a place to cross after a heavy rain. Probably wouldn't want to try it. Right here appears to be the narrowest place. I could take out my poles, that would help, but I'm going to go from that little rock spur right there over the other side. And since it's wet on the top, I'm going to try to catch my heel on it rather than just rely on the surface of my boots, but it should be fine. And right after we cross the stream, we've got a tributary coming in from the side here. Nice to be greeted by this. And right up above that, we're crossing that little tributary. Trail goes up this way. A little bit of the stream itself today. The stream goes up here. I'm in the middle of another stairway here. So a bit steeper. Steady. Seems like it's about 50 degrees in the woods here. The sky is still cloudy. It's supposed to clear up by 2 o'clock, but we'll see. The mountain always makes its own weather. Another small stream right next to the trail. Big enough that you could get some water from it. We'll be stopping at the Taft Lodge. Just keep in mind that every permanent structure on the Long Trail has a pretty reliable source of water nearby normally, except under extreme conditions. So there is water around there too. One thing I like about this trail, it's about 2,800 vertical feet from the road down there up to the top, up to the peak. And it doesn't really mince around going up and down. It's well planned. And there's a lot of trail work, but it just goes up the hillside, so that's a good thing. Now we're crossing this smaller stream, headed back north just a little bit. And here's some really nice landscape architecture. And a little more. Trail. Trail crossing stream. Stream and trail together. Listen to that wind. And some wild and crazy birch trees. You can go that way, or you can go out this way. Well, it's been several years since I've been up or down this, and this trail has some really nice features in it. A really nice natural staircase right up through here, even when it's wet. A lot of flat surfaces, level. Don't need to hold on to anything. This looks like some recent erosion up through here. Pretty fresh soil. I don't know how long those trees will be able to maintain that. It's hard to be able to do anything about it though. Maybe put some rocks up against it. Looking up the trail here, if you're coming down, see a double blaze here. I did just come around the corner, and I don't know where that goes, maybe to a campsite or something, but definitely not the trail. When you come to a rock like this, look for the small steps, look for the ramps. I'm going to go right up through there and right up here. Stream and trail, trail and stream. I think the trail goes up this way, but we'll find out. And this is what I like to see. There's some blue in the sky. Getting there. Now we're on the level here for a bit. And here's another stream coming up. Gonna head over to the stream for a minute. This is not the trail. And we are right next to a ski trail off the gondola, so this could be an escape route if you had to. But you should stay on the trails. And here's some more exposed to the air ledge, not a big drop. And the trail keeps going up. And the wind is just going to dry things now. And the sun's coming out. And now we go pretty steadily up again on ledge. And there's quite a stretch of this ledge up through here. Keeps going up. And around the corner, some more. And at the top of that stretch, does look like it's starting to level out a little bit here. So that was a little bit of a pitch there, and fairly level here almost. Pretty easy walking. To get some water. And the trail is going to turn right here for sure. And now we're back to climbing. Back down the trail. Nice little trail marker here. The trail really bends rather nicely. It's hard to think that it goes anywhere else, but someone's built a cairn too. Just passed by a camp group from Williamstown, headed downhill. They told me the Taft Lodge is about 0.3 up here. I'll stop there and have a little bite to eat and then head up the Profanity Trail. And the ledge continues right up through here. All on ledge still. And we level out for a little ways here. Which probably has a famous name, but I don't know it. I'll have to look it up later. Okay, we've come to the Hellbrook Cutoff, which heads right down through there and over the Hellbrook Trail. If you want a really gnarly descent, might be a good way to come up. The trail goes up this way. And here's the sign for the Taft Lodge. We'll be heading over there very shortly. So the trail goes back down here. But I'm not going that way. Gets a lot of winter use too. So we're at Taft Lodge, not much of a view today, but good point to stop for lunch. Another reminder for snowshoes and crampons. No wood fires, use your stove, your gas stove or alcohol. And there is a water source, please keep the dogs away. So I took a little break at Taft Lodge. I'm going to head up the Long Trail for a short distance, and then the Profanity Trail will go off to the left or south. It's almost 2:30 and the weather is not breaking yet, so might just finish the cliff hike loop and head down unless there's a promise of something at the top. So just a short distance up the hill, here's a Profanity Trail. As it says, it is a bad weather bypass if you don't want to go right up over the chin, the top. We're on Blue Blazes, and I'd like to add that I've never had reason to say anything but good about this trail. Nice brook right away, probably the water source for Taft Lodge. And another branch. Okay, echoes of the Haselton Trail the other day when we crossed the brook every 10 feet it seemed like. A lot of water here. Right now the trail is a little bit of a brook. Hasn't really been any rain today. It's been very humid and we've been in the clouds, so that still produces a lot of moisture. Brook or not, this is a beautiful trail. Not used nearly as much as the Long Trail, but preferable in a lot of ways for me. Long Trail has a very exposed part that isn't that much fun to come down, and this one always is. If you want to know where all the waters in Vermont start, they all start in a place just like this. There's a bigger stream right over there, but a little one coming right down the path here too. Pretty sure the last time I came down through here there was little to no water running down the trail itself. Certainly hasn't rained since maybe sometime last night. I wasn't here then, but it's coming down the trail now. Footing's still pretty good though. Okay, here's a major effort at stream diversion. Sending it off down the side to keep it from going directly down the trail, because here's the trail. And yes, it is a stream right now. Cloudy, you can kind of see the clouds flipping over here. The wind isn't that strong, but no blue sky anymore. So despite the looks of it, there are plenty of good places to get a grip with your boots here. I think if this were icy, I would want some crampons, but maybe there would be snow on it too. Right up that way is the top of the chin. We're coming out down below it or to the south. No shortage of water up here though. So I can see that even under dry conditions, this might be considered a somewhat difficult trail. It is pretty steep, very rocky. And I've only ever descended it, and when I did, it was much drier than it is right now. So wouldn't be that much fun descending it today. I'm not going to. And right above that, the stream is the trail. The trail continues to be a stream. Glad I got my Gore-Tex boots. My feet are dry and toasty right now. And the familiar theme continues. Still on the trail, still in the stream. As you go, there are plenty of good footholds going up and coming down for that matter. Places that normally are dry. They're not covered with moss or slime or anything. I'm just making my way up the hillside. And even on today, and maybe especially today, you do get to see some things that are of rare beauty. I think I must be getting up near the Long Trail. Hard to tell without any reference points, but we're running out of water here. Nice steps here. And this heads right up. The trees are getting smaller, so I think we're getting near the top. The trail's quite steep at this point. This is horizontal. I remember this spot coming down, you have to be a little bit careful. About a 5-foot drop or so, uneven. And it's getting close to the top. As it gets steeper, you get closer to the top usually. So we're on the upper reaches of the trail here. Hit the long trail soon. So there is something overhanging us here. Edge of the chin. Southern end of it anyway. You can see a little bit better now. Clouds rolling over. Hardly any water now. I can feel us breaking out into the clouds here in a minute. Okay, I guess we need to go around the side of something else. You can see something through the mist up here. Okay, we've got a little ledge to get over here. I think I'm going to put the camera back in the pack for a little while. So we're nearly at the top, looking up the trail, at the base of a cliff. And the trail follows right down through here at the base of the cliff. Looking back along the trail again, it's right down through there. Okay, we're up on the ridgeline now. That's what it looks like up here. And I'm 300 or 400 feet below the summit, totally exposed. Going up to the top, some folks coming down. Some boardwalks here, beautiful alpine plants. But here's where the Profanity Trail takes off, right here. Just below the summit cone on Mount Mansfield, at about 4,000 feet.